Hello, everyone. A special greeting to all Black people around the world. Welcome to Global Justice Talk. My name is Urayayi Chikwetu. I am a lawyer based in Harare, Zimbabwe. Our today's discussion is a special discussion on Africa Day. Under normal circumstances, we would have discussed something to do with law, but we are diverting from that today because of the special day that we have today. It's Africa Day. Ngugi wa Thiong'o, an illustrious son of Africa, reminds us through his seminal work, Decolonizing the Mind, that we need to reclaim our narrative. We need to reclaim our culture. We need to reclaim our identity as Africa, or as Africans, or as Black people. He also reminds us that whilst we have gained political independence, we still need to fight to achieve economic independence. In other words, he's saying economic independence is the next level of fight that the Africans are supposed to engage in. In other words, he's telling us as Africans that political independence is not enough. We need to think beyond political independence if we are to realize success as Africans. And I agree with him. He has provided us with a blueprint in his seminal work, Decolonizing the Mind. It is a very good piece which every African child, every African person, every Black person, every Black child must read, so that you can begin to have a new thinking pattern in your head. You begin to decolonize your mind, to have a different thinking perspective as an African mind. For those who have not read history on slave trade and colonialism, I just want to describe the way in which the the Black people were being treated in the past. Black people through slave trade were regarded as property. They were being sold in a marketplace like horses and cattle, and were being branded with hot irons, with the brand name of their slave masters. It is very painful to learn that our ancestors, our forefathers, suffered at the hands of those who were participating in the slave trade. The scars of slave trade are running deep in our flesh. We cannot wish away that history. It's the history. This is what really transpired in the past. Our ancestors suffered at the hands of those who were participating in the slave trade. So it is very important that every African child understands that we were once treated as property in the world. We were being sold as Black people. We were being sold like property. So it is very important that every Black child understands that. This will actually help you to realize as you interact with the rest of the world that perhaps the way you are being treated as Black people around the globe by other races, they may be thinking that you are property. They may not show it in a way that you can see it with your naked eyes. But in their thinking, they still believe that Africans are property. Africans are supposed to be enslaved. There are new ways of doing that which may not be easily noticed. We as Africans are still being treated like property in the world. No wonder I see that in the economic arena I have indicated, Africa is not receiving a fair deal, whether they are Asians, they are Europeans, they are Americans. Africa is not receiving a good deal from these centers. I just want to further highlight that one of the champions of Pan-Africanism, by the name Marcus Garvey, left us with a very powerful statement when he said that a people who do not know or who do not have knowledge about their past history, their origin, and their culture is like a tree without roots. Now, come to think of it. If a tree does not have roots, it cannot survive, it cannot stand. So, as Africans, if we lack the roots, if we lack the understanding of the history, if we lack the understanding of our origin, the understanding of our culture, I don't think we can be able to withstand the violent wind that is coming in our direction from the rest of the world. The rest of the world is coming to Africa to rob Africa of its resources, to grab the resources of Africa that are supposed to benefit Africans. You can see what is happening in Africa, across Africa. Other people from other continents are coming to Africa, not to assist Africa, but to advance their interests. And I encourage that Africans begin to open their eyes. I encourage every African child, every African person to read Ngugi wa Thiong's book, Decolonizing the Mind, so that we can be able to assist Africa to come out of economic bondage that it is suffering today because of the way in which the global economic architecture is structured to ensure that the Africans, the black people, remain the supplier of raw materials to the global village without realizing much from the resources that we are supplying to the global economic architecture. We need to reclaim our narrative. We need to reclaim our thinking capacities as Africans, as has been suggested by Ngugi wa Thiong. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you each time I upload a new video like this. Thank you so much for watching the video.